Ron Scott here. Once again, we've navigated another loop around the sun as 2017 comes to a close. Here is a recap of the travel, parties, events, and other adventures that I enjoyed along with many friends during the last year. I kicked off the new year with a Fabu brunch at Brunches on New Year's Day with a group of good friends who enjoyed the 25-cent martinis and scrumptious cuisine. I held the first of my bacon and bubbly brunches this year in March, with 3 more following in April, June, and October. The blueprint is simple: brunch with bacon, lots of bacon, plus champagne, breakfast tacos, and so on. Sometimes it's nice enough for a dip in the pool as well. Later in March, I was off on another one of my trips down to New Orleans. This trip had a dual purpose. First, of course, was to enjoy the food, beverages, and people in the Big Easy. There also was work to do, gathering additional photos and video for my upcoming documentary, Tulane University and the Tumultuous 60s, set to premiere in May at Tulane. Back in Houston, I was tasked with shooting photos for the new wine store, Vinology, which was opened recently by the owners of my favorite restaurant, Divino. On the last weekend in April, my good friend and former photo assistant, Rico Loper, held another one of his crawfish boils. Folks come from all around for this annual event to pinch tails, suck heads, and have fun. The last weekend in May, I was back in the Big Easy for my Tulane 50th class reunion. My documentary film, Tulane University and the Tumultuous 60s, was screened on campus on May 19th as part of the reunion festivities. I enjoyed catching up with my old friends and made some new ones, and of course enjoyed great food and beverages during the trip as well. On Memorial Day weekend, I hosted my first pool party of the summer, where folks dined on ribeye steaks, oven-roasted potatoes, and more. With summer in full swing, I escaped the Houston heat with my annual trip to the Les Chenaux Islands at the northern tip of Lake Huron, where my brother has a summer cabin. The program here includes lots of boating, outdoor picnics, and camping, tasty dinners on the cabin deck, visiting with good friends, and enjoying beautiful sunsets. The sailboat races and the annual Les Chenaux Boat Show are highlights of the trip as well. And I got to spend some time this year with my new Sea Ray boat, which I officially christened this year as the Bokeh. It means out of focus, which I think is appropriate. Less than 2 weeks after I got back to Houston, we were hit with Hurricane Harvey. I fared better than most with only minor street flooding and a few roof leaks. But Harvey didn't stop me from throwing my end of the summer pool party on Labor Day weekend. It was fun for most, but maybe a little too tame for some. My proudest moment of the year came when one of my photographs I shot while at Tulane in the 60s was included in the Ken Burns documentary on the Vietnam War, and my name appeared in the credit roll at the end of the episode. A big highlight of the year is the annual Montrose Beer and Gun Club Cook-Off, which raises money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for kids. $10 gets you in, where you can sample food from teams of cookers who vie for various prizes, and all the money goes to charity. In November, I ventured back to New Orleans for an old-school dining extravaganza. I sampled several restaurants that have been around since well before I graduated from Tulane 50 years ago. I had dinner at Commander's Palace, Galatoire's, Arnaud's, and Antoine's, as well as brunch at Brennan's and lunch at Two Jack's restaurant. And there was still time for a stop at the Chart Room, where Hotel Al lets us know it's all good. Mid-November, I woke up to find a big yellow sign in my yard advising me that somebody did not like my landscaping, which is minimal at best. I called the city but got a vague answer about bushes blocking the sidewalk, but I couldn't see the problem. Oh well, I guess I won't get Yard of the Month this year. We did not get a white Christmas this year, but a couple of weeks before we did get a smattering of snow. Didn't last long, but it gave me an excuse to light up a cozy fire in the fireplace. The last hurrah for 2017 was my annual wine and cheese party, where I put out a selection of cheeses and asked the guests to bring the wine. Folks tell me that this is their favorite party of the year, and I agree, especially since there's always wine left over. Well, that about does it for 2017. I hope that you and yours have a happy and prosperous new year. I'm Ron Scott, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and share.